Moses, it's been a while between drinks and the one-day side. Obviously happy to be back.
Absolutely. Ecstatic about the call-up and, really looking forward to trying to make the most of the opportunity come Friday.
There was obviously talk about it at the Champions League. You batted so well over there and bowled pretty well over there as well. I mean, were you pretty confident you get a crack this summer?
Look, I knew it was only the start of the season. I had to keep trying to put performances on the board. And I'm very lucky to get this opportunity to represent Australia, and all I can do now is trying to perform and do the best I can to help contribute to a win on Friday.
What about your own form? I mean, it was 2009 against India the last time. It wasn't great. It was over in India. What's the difference now, and who's been the main players in getting your form the way it is? Obviously, apart from yourself.
I think basically talent-wise, nothing's really changed. I just think I've matured a little bit more as a cricketer. I'm a little bit more experienced, and being able to stay on the park for I think now 4 or 5 months straight has also been a major factor.
We've heard from Johnny Barrett and a number of the selectors that this current series is almost being used as a trial run for the one-day for the Test series in India. Do you think this is a chance for you to kind of show your wares and maybe springboard it into yourself in the Test reckoning? Yeah,
I think good performances will be recognised at any level. So, and especially when you're playing for Australia, and to perform well here is obviously going to be a massive bonus. But all I can do is prepare like I always have, and keep preparing like I would for any other game, and know that it is playing for Australia. And I guess if I am lucky enough to go out there and play, to enjoy the moment.
Have you spoken to Johnny Barrett at all about other forms of the game, the desire to play Test cricket and that sort of thing?
No, John spoke to me this morning, and the words that resonated to me were that he spoke about taking the opportunity, and it was up to me to take the opportunity, which is spot on. And I've got an opportunity now on Friday, if I am in the 11, to go out there and to represent Australia and hopefully do well.
Realistically, now is the time where there are a lot of opportunities in Australian cricket, especially for a bloke like yourself. We're looking for an all-rounder, with Shane no longer being an all-rounder.
I think with every game and every time you walk onto a cricket field, it's an opportunity, and to get this is fantastic. And all I can do is control what I do come Friday.
You are confident you can play 3 games in a row? You won't need to be rotated?
We'll see how we go. I haven't missed a game yet this summer for New South Wales or the Sixers, so far going okay.
What's been the secret to keeping yourself fit? Was it the strong pre-season that you had?
Look, I'm not sure what the secret's been, but it is still only halfway through the season, so I've still got another half to go, and obviously these next couple of games for Australia coming up. So all I can do is keep preparing the way I have been, and using the time after games to recover as well as I can as well.
First ODI for you on home soil. Are there any nerves heading into Friday?
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot of nerves. I think as soon as I hung up the phone after speaking to John this morning, I've played a T20 here for Australia, but I've never played an ODI on Australian soil. So yeah, it's going to be a massive honour to play in front of a home crowd.
Can you take us through how you actually found out? Were you just at home when you got the call and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I was at home. I'd just woken up, and I missed John's call, and then tried to call him back, but my service had been disconnected because I hadn't paid a bill. So I quickly paid that bill and got onto him quick smart.
That's a really good point. You mentioned it's been 3 years since your last here in an ODI. Back then, did you think it was going to be 3 years in between drinks for you? And you obviously learnt from that.
Oh, look, back then I was very young, and I don't think I was really looking any further than the tomorrow, I guess, back then, and I wasn't sure how long it was going to be or what was going to happen, and I think that's massive. Like, I think at the start of this year, I wasn't in a rush at all to get anywhere, except to make sure all I did was get the best out of myself.
In some ways, have you learned not to want it too badly as much as wanting it enough, obviously? Yeah,
I think so. I think that was a big thing. I think in the years gone past, I wanted to get back and do well and try and play. Put a lot of pressure on myself, and I certainly think this year that I don't take the highs as I guess I used to get really excited when I did well and get really down when I didn't. And I think now I'm a lot more it doesn't really affect me as much when I don't do so well, and I don't get so excited when I do well. So just to try and stay on those sort of even emotions has sort of helped a lot. But it's going to be an even bigger test when you're playing for Australia.
Has there been words from anyone? Because everyone is talking about the Champions League, that when you started belting the ball around, had them saying this was on the cards. We knew it was going to happen at some stage. Has there been anyone that's spoken to you that's given you a bit more confidence?
Look, I think to have the Australian players back at the start of this year, guys like Michael Clark, and I've played a fair bit of cricket with Shane Watson over the last year, over at both the Champions Leagues, and Brad Haddin, and guys like that to come back and to get their sort of, I guess, assurance as well. It's always nice to hear from those types of things from those guys, especially someone like Brad Haddin, who he's been part of the squad here at New South Wales since I first came in, so for over 8 years now. So someone who's seen me develop, I guess, a lot as a cricketer, for him to say things like that is a big confidence booster. Yeah.
What's Brad said to you since you've been picked? You caught up with him?
He shot me a text saying congratulations, and I think I'm going to have a chat to him this afternoon. So we'll I guess speak a bit more then.
Do you remember much from your first game
for Australia?
Yeah.
I do. I made the debut in India, in Delhi, and it is a bit of a blur, but it all happened so quickly, and I just remember being so nervous that I guess walking out onto the field was a very special moment.